ladies and gentlemen, there have been quite a few updates that have come to the Wuthering Waves Twitter page, and of course, all of the different announcements that we're going to be having while we're queuing up for this anniversary. And while we've got some silly things over here, like all the different cubes, we've got Cube Carlotta, Cube Zani. Oh, she's looking tired. Cube Phoebe. And of course, Cube Calcharo. They're really trying to advertise this guy a lot. There's some other, much bigger, much more important news that I wanted to get into. First and foremost, we've got, of course, the login event. The pre-anniversary login event that we're going to be having with all of those 30 pulls that the devs are giving out as compensation. All of those different pulls. And so over here, we've got Zani and all of her... Holy shit. Sorry. Zani and all of her, second form glory, you know, inner residence liberation, as well as all 10 of those pulls being given out before the update. And so remember when I said that this wasn't actually going to be a part of the anniversary rewards? They're not. They're the pre-anniversary rewards. And so hopefully, right, we're maybe going to be seeing some more news about maybe some more stuff that's going to be dropping across the actual patch. But for now, this is what we're going to be getting in version 2.2. 10 of the pulls on the 25th, 10 of the weapon pulls on the 26th, and then 10 of the standard ones on the 27th. I think it's great that they're giving these out while Shorekeeper's banner is still up, because that means for all those individuals who might not, you know, who might be waiting for her, right, who might be grinding to make sure that they get the only must-pull unit in the game, well, you might be able to grab her with all this bonus as well as her weapon. So I'm not gonna lie, this is awesome, because of course, if you already have Shorekeeper, or you don't need to pull her, or you don't want her, then you can just save these for the anniversary itself. This just gives the players more freedom to do exactly what they want to with these pulls. Huge W from the devs, and I think it really helps loosen a lot of those complaints that people have been having based off the fact that Shorekeeper's banner was only 10 days long. I don't think anyone can really complain about it anymore, because you're getting 20 pulls across the weapon and the limited banner to, you know, supplement that. And that's way more than you would have gotten in 2 weeks of dailies, okay? This is way more than what you would have gotten in 2 weeks of dailies. And so any concerns about the shortened length of Shorekeeper's banner, I don't think they can exist anymore, right? So 100%. Devs listened. Nothing but respect for this decision over here, and I am so glad that they made these available before the anniversary. So yeah, it's claimable until the end of 2.3, but I hope you're logging in right now to grab them. Now let's move on to, of course, the real meat of the discussion today, and this is going to be some news on Zani. And I wanted to talk a little bit about that one. So we've got the post-lament Anthropocene stars intertwined for this unit. Let's just go ahead and take a look at it. I am Zani. I work for the Montelli family. Oh, that's not eyeshadow. It's proof of my hard work. A badge of honor for my dedication. If I keep saying that, I might actually start believing it myself. Yeah, that's, hey, you can save on makeup money just from working hard and not getting enough sleep, I bet. So let's just go ahead and take a look at this one. See what's special about this.
I'm Zani. I work for the Montelli family. Oh, that's not eyeshadow. It's proof of my hard work. A badge of honor for my dedication. If I
hope that model doesn't get censored. I hope this seam doesn't end up getting censored. We all know what happened to Cantarella, and I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Zani's approaching some very, very dangerous territory with what we got going on over here. And yeah, hopefully this one doesn't get censored, guys. But like I said, right, guys, it's just a fabric seam. Let me know, like, what pair of, like, pants and jeans on the planet don't have this. Maybe they'll be throwing a gasket, though. Hey, maybe XJJ is about to get us over here, ladies and gents.
keep saying that, I might actually start believing it myself.
Is she just chilling over here? That's the idle animation? What else you got? Does her residence ability summon energy drinks? I feel like being able to like summon your weapons and stuff out of thin air, right? That's like a part of your residence ability. And so is hers just to summon energy drinks? That's crazy. That's her convene animation, is her waking up to an alarm. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's a little bit like cute at the start, but I do feel like it's a little mid. I feel like it could have been a lot cooler. Maybe like at the end, she goes like Super Saiyan or something. Like I kind of would have liked to see. I kind of would have liked to see her with like the lit up hair and everything. All right, what else they got? What else they got over here? That's what I wanted to see in the convene animation. I wanted to see this in the that's what I wanted to see. Yeah, this is I personally think that's a lot cooler. So, that's the proof that I'm bringing in this conversation over here. That's the proof, guys. So, it appears that this second move that she does, where she, like, summons the clock. I love that her resonance ability, like, features time so much, because she's, like, always talking about, you know, making sure that she's on schedule, always recording her overtime, doing all of that, and that's bled into the literal animations of her kit. That's actually just hilarious. Alright. And that sort of just ends the form. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad they showed that in there. That's a cool preview. And of course, alongside that, right, we've also got Zani's combat showcase. We saw a little bit of her in the live stream, and so let's see how much more we're going to see of her kit with this preview. Oh, nice 2D. Oh, wow, that is... Christ, they really went in on that. This is, the production value here is absolutely insane. Like, look at how they're, like, animating her eyeshadow. Or really, not really like her eyeshadow, but, like, you know, how tired she is. Holy shit. The nose, too, and the shading, and, like, what they should have shown to, like, really cap this off. Maybe, like, a booger or two. That would have really, like, really shown how much attention to detail they were looking for here. All right, definitely Batman vibes. Guys, you know how a lot of people were saying that based off of like how she like at night goes into like the underdark of the city and then like fights crime and stuff? This is legitimately like Batman vibes over here. Like, I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with that sort of stuff. It's just all the moon and the bright moon and then her like jumping right in front of it. Oh geez. Yeah, she's cooler than Batwoman. She's cooler than Batwoman, let's be real here. Alright. Holy moly. The 2D to 2D transition. Oh, these devs are crazy. The 2D to 2D transition. That's sick. That's sick. Okay.
That all you got?
I love the chair shot. I love the chair shot. In every single hologram, guys, you need to make sure that you're, like, metering your damage correctly so that you can just go ahead. And on, like, the KO screen, where it's, like, the time is all slowed down, she's in the chair. That is going to be ultimate style points over there. Got a little bit of that weapon throwing action. All right. The parry? That's a parry for sure. That's a parry for sure. Let me just see that again. Yep. Okay, he hits. Yep. Okay. I hope that's not too clunky. I hope it's, like, actually useful, because I'm gonna be real. I think Tao Chi is currently the only character with a parry in the game, but, like, nobody plays her for a reason. Big ass sword.
All of you at once. I don't do overtime. Reduce to dust.
And that is her. I really like that, actually. I love that she has, like, the, if you guys are familiar with Monster Hunter, that's just like a Monster Hunter, greatsword move, where she's like, you know, she has like the sword and she's like, you know, straight up like charging it back for like several seconds and then does like a huge slam. I want her to have straight up one of the highest motion values in the game on that hit. I want to see this doing like 100 plus K, maybe 200K on that attack as a whole. If it doesn't do a fuck ton of damage, I'm going to be super disappointed. Like, I want this to just chunk every single boss's HP bar. Min 200 at full build, hopefully.
That's a wrap.
And that move is sick as well. That move is sick as well. Imagine having an attack speed buff That's something that Kuro Games really needs to do at this point. Have a support of some kind that buffs attack speed. They really need an attack speed buffer in the game. And I don't know if it'll like throw balance out in like different game modes. I think there's a reason why they only have it in like the elusive realm and like the elusive realm weekly event. Let's hope she doesn't get interrupted. Hopefully she has a lot of interruption resistance built into her kit. I hope she has a lot of hyper armor and then maybe like damage reduction in the middle of her attacks. All right. How's the ending?
Miss Zani, this is urgent. We gotta lead. The art thief will strike tonight.
Oh, yeah. I don't think very many people are gonna keep stealing or keep trying to steal from the Montellis if they know that she's on guard. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they don't want to get hit in the face with a greatsword that's like 2 times bigger than them. I feel like that's just, once you hear about that happening, you're probably like, yeah, I'm good, bro.
About time.
No overtime today. Rest in peace. All right, well, that was an absolute baller trailer. Now let's get into the rest. Alongside that, we've also got the whole goddamn breakdown. And so with that, we got our splash art as well. I'm not gonna lie, this is, in my opinion, probably the best splash art in the game. I don't think that there are a lot that kind of exceed this one. The fact that it's like, she's got like her 2 forms, all of that, both of the weapons featured. Yeah, I do think it's the best one. Let me know if you guys have one that you think is like actually better. I do think that this one's on top. Now, we also got our whole breakdown with the story. Let's hear a little bit about her. The Devil's Tax. Whether in or out of Alvarado Vault, Zani's often seen gulping down an energy drink called Devil's Tax. Oh, that's what it is. Not everyone can stomach its sharp tang and strange flavor, but there's no denying it is a powerful stimulant. To quote smart-mouthed connoisseurs, one swig feels like a hammer blow to the head. She's crazy. Some speculate that Zani likes this drink because it has the word devil in its name. And naturally, a person who bears a passing resemblance to one should be partial to a devilish brew. But of course, that's pure speculation. To Zani, energy drinks are a substitute for coffee since she's long built up a tolerance to espresso. As for the taste, well, she's got used to it. At any rate, it tastes better than black coffee. Kuro Games. The only thing that I have to say in regards to this is that you need to actually partner up with some sort of energy drink manufacturer and actually sell this. Like, actually create the flavor and then sell it as like a collab drink. You 1,000,000% need to do that. I've seen like woo-wah characters advertised on like various drinks before, and I'm just gonna be really disappointed if this isn't something that they end up doing in the future with some type of manufacturer. Because, I mean, let's be real here, right? She's probably the only character in the game that really focuses on drinks this much. So 1,000,000%. Y'all need to do that. Y'all need to get on it. Next up, delivery, set it here. At Zani's place, neat rows of packages from Lolo Logistics pile high. Zani would open packages to check their contents before closing them back up. In short, she hardly uses anything she orders. Automated fishing pool. Oh, the catch? Limited edition Century Construct block set. Legos? Long paper cuttings, gleaming cooking utensils, spices from afar. Everything she buys is a daydream in which she gets to spend time on idle hobbies during a long vacation. But so far, it's all just been a pipe dream. I am excited for her story quest. Is it just gonna be like her room being an absolute disaster, filled with like all of these like packages, like fucking Legos and shit like that, like nothing she can actually work with? Because she's too busy working? That's crazy. She's just wasting her money at this point. Yet every cloud has a silver lining. For Zani, retail therapy is her antidote to the stress at work. Just buying stuff. She's a studio mappa and animator. She's just buying stuff. Man, that's rough. More calories, more energy. Zani's acquaintances all know she's partial to junk food. All right, 1 second. Yeah, I can see where all that junk food is going. Yeah, I see what you mean by she's partial to junk food. I can imagine where all of those calories are going. Yeah. Deep fried snacks, extra cheese pizza, sugary cakes and ice cream, you name it, she'll scarf it down. Weight gain is never a problem for her, and she's always in perfect shape. Why? That's to be expected, of course, since she's often doing field agent work, and every calorie she eats ought to be burned by the end of the day. But there is another reason why she never gains weight. As a resonator, she can convert excess calories into other forms of energy. Junk food, especially sugary food, also helps with the office stress she's under. Or as she puts it, I need something sweet to balance out the bitter taste of hard work. Guys, that's crazy. Is it just her resonance ability that lets her eat like this? Or is it every unit in the game? As a resonator, you just can burn calories whenever you want. If that's the case, That makes sense why every unit in the game is in good shape. That makes sense that every unit in this game is in good shape. Or maybe it's just a thing for Zani. Maybe she's the only one that, to be honest here, eats like a fucking pig. Like, she's got no self-control at all. Holy shit. Holy shit. One tail and two horns. Zani's tail and horns are certainly hard to ignore, especially upon initially meeting her. Zani, who considers outward appearances integral to any successful negotiation, takes great care of her distinctive features. No matter how overworked, Zani also always takes time to keep her tail and horns in pristine condition. Every week, she moisturizes and wraps them in steaming towels. At night, she puts fluffy protectors on her head before bedtime to stop the horns from poking holes in the pillow and mattress. Life would be so much easier if they were detachable. As for the tail, random thoughts swirl in her head until sleep takes hold. I'm gonna be real, guys. You wanna know how Kuro Games is gonna go ahead and make her an absolute must-pull during her story quest? There might be some individuals that will go ahead, even after seeing all the advertisement and the animations for this character, right? They might not think that they want to actually pull her, but this is all they need to do. They just go ahead and during the story quest, your rover ends up touching her horn, and then something happens after that. That is all that needs to happen during the story quest, and I guarantee that people will be pulling this unit. I guarantee it. Yep. 1,000,000%. 1,000,000 fucking percent. And so, yeah, I think that the hype is definitely real for what we have going on with her moving forward. I think it's pretty clear that there's a reason why she's been teased since the start of version 2.0, and she's only becoming available for the anniversary where we're slated to have, you know, the most number of new players coming in as possible. Let's be honest, guys, right? I do think that she's supposed to be one of the most popular units that Wuthering Waves has ever seen. And they've done a lot of work. I think they've done a fantastic job of crafting her personality. I think she's very relatable, right? Especially after reading this part about her diet. I'm pretty sure she's relatable to a good part of the gacha player base. And so the hype is definitely real. Very excited for her release. And we'll be seeing her in, I think at this point, just about like 4 or 5 days. So with that, let me know what you all thought about this breakdown. Let me know what you all thought about all these updates. I think we're looking in a great spot. I think the number of complaints have gone down, and I think we're ready to head on into this anniversary with, hopefully, what feels like an actual anniversary mood, and not a lot of, like, you know, that doom posting and those negative things that we've been cultivating for the past couple of days. I think Kuro's addressed it well with all of this, and hopefully we'll see more news about everything else great that's going to be in the patch later on. So with that, let me know what you all think. Peace.